you ever thought to yourself, I wonder if I can trap a spider? Well, it's always in the back of my mind. You know, can we trap a spider? Hope for the best. We've tested many theories in the fucking past. Oh my god. And I have been here all, well, I wouldn't say all day. I've been here majority of the day. Testing some ideas, some spawners. Oh, Enderman. Hello, Enderman. Gonna look at you right in the eye. Because I want to. I'll just clear this inventory here. So, I'm testing a lot of ideas because me and Mr. Gaz are trying to put a spider spawner. Not put a spider spawner as such. It's more of a try to make a trap for a spider spawner. So I'm just trying to think to myself, can we do this? It's doable. So what I've done is I've done half of it, which is, I've built this little contraption here that should do the job. Hopefully will do the job. I think this is the key to the spawner that we need for this build. So I'll just quickly rebuild it. Just take some of that, some of that, some of that. I need one of those, and one of those, and one of those. So for this one, we're not going to be using a sticky piston. We're going to use a regular piston, simply because the sticky piston will suck this back block back when it's on. So the way this works is your spiders flow into this block here. So they'll come into this, they'll flow in here, and they'll get funneled into this chute, and they'll fall down, and they'll hit something that opens up this piston, which traps them underneath. Which, if you want to watch it again, this is pretty fucking satisfying, to be honest. I don't know if you saw it there, but you've got a limit to how many you can get in there at once, due to the fact that as soon as that opens, I don't know if we can fill it properly. Yeah, so obviously you're gonna have a limit to how many you can actually physically get in there before it, breaks. I think that block wasn't there, so that was a little bit of an issue. I'll just quickly get rid of them all. So obviously you'll have a mob limit because it'll start. What's it called? What's the word called that Mr. Gaz uses? It's entity cramming. So obviously you got too many in there, they're just gonna explode. Like, once they start dying off, as soon as you get too compact with the piston, because the piston can sometimes lag and disappear for that split half a millisecond, you're going to have that all over your base. So, in a way, it's not very reliable. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly rebuild it. So I'm going to start off the bottom here with a chest, which you'll obviously hook up into your hopper, will hook into. That's going to be your base, right? So that's pretty straightforward. You're going to have a piston on top of that bad boy with a repeater going into it. No ticks, just basic. And obviously we're going to have this powered. This is going to be on. It's going to be a switch. Obviously once they hit the trap, it'll open, and then yeah. So I'm just going to build this back bit up here. We're just going to build a main chamber just now, simply because the fact that, it's going to be pretty straightforward. I'm just trying to think. Make it out of glass so that you can actually see it better, rather than this lot. Ah, don't you just hate it when it does that? But yeah, I don't know if I mentioned in the past, but we've started a world with this seed, and it is awesome. I am personally myself, I'm dedicated to this seed, and it's going to be extreme. I can't remember how many blocks exactly have we went up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So obviously it's a good seed. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Look at that. Obviously we need a solid block for this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to count 12 up and we're going to place a little gateway like this. And we're just going to place, I don't know if I've got some on me. But we're going to place some tripwire and we are going to place some string. Which, I mean, the tripwire and the hook is going to be the thing that, like, it's like a detector, you know, it's going to be the brains of the bunch, if you want to call it. So we're just going to place this like here. Oh, no. I don't know why I did that there. I don't have a clue. And then we're just going to build at the back of this. So the redstone for this, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. What I'm just going to do is a little redstone ladder going down. Like this. I mean, that's pretty basic. It is 12, so I'm hoping that that's too low. It is 12, which means it's obviously outside the boundary, but we will come to that when we get a little bit lower. Now since this is live, this is just going off purely off the brain cell itself. So it's redstone's just going to come down here like this. So yeah, me and Gaz found, well, Gaz himself found a you can place redstone on glass, yeah. So Gaz found a double spawner, spider spawner, which is absolutely awesome. Right, now that we're at the bottom, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this down here like that, and I'm going to stick a repeater on the end and ensure that it is working. Yeah, so the reason I know that's working is because I could hear it rather than see it. Alright, so we're just going to fire that in a block, redstone torch, redstone all the way along here, and skadoosh. It's not the tidiest thing in the world, but it'll do. So are we still in peaceful? Yeah, we are. So to be honest, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Obviously we need to build it back up a little more for the chamber itself. And place a block on top of there. Yeah. On top of you. So I think this is a key ingredient for the build. And one of the things that I will point out is, yes, there is the tiniest little latch here, but the spiders won't catch onto it because it'll be falling. So, yeah, I know about it. The reason I haven't mentioned it until now is because it has no effect on the build itself. So, if we place a spider, it's going to fall down there. Oh, he died straight away. Yeah, so the higher up you obviously build it, if it's higher than 24 blocks, then obviously... Oh my gosh. Obviously... obviously you're... So obviously you're going to need a block underneath the piston itself so that the spiders can obviously sit. I obviously never thought, well, I did think of that, but I thought about it too late. So obviously higher than 22 or 24 blocks, sorry, they will die straight away. But under that, they won't die. On a positive note, I think that's the key ingredient for our spawner. Because we're having so many issues with it, it's unfucking real. Like, I'll show you this. This is quite awesome. What this is. Oh no! Don't you go everywhere. So obviously what this is, I'll just take this out first and then I'll show you what this is. Right, look it up. Why did that go water? I shouldn't actually have water. I'm not sure why this has got water on it, but it shouldn't. Okay, so that should be a straight fall down. Yeah, I don't know how there's a creeper spawned in. So what will obviously happen is, I do. I'm just gonna quickly drink this first before we change it into nighttime. So obviously, what'll happen is spiders will spawn in, and they'll get fired down this hole, like so. That would also do the trick, but what our goals here were is we wanted a kill chamber ourselves, and the only problem with a spawner is if you watch carefully, what I'm probably best to do is take that there, place that there, and put it there. So, you know, if you concentrate on the spawner, and keep an eye on the spider. Now, I don't know if you can see that very well, but that spider has stopped spinning. Now, obviously, you have to be so close to a spawner to allow it to work, and at the same time, if you're not in a certain distance, it's not going to work. But if you are, you're going to be perfectly fine. Now, if you're asking how many blocks it is, we can count it just now. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, so on the 17th block, that's where it stops. So we'll just type this in here, stops. Because there's a high possibility that Gaz is going to be coming out of this world when he wakes up from his long and overrated nap. Yeah, so obviously once you pass this block, it stops. I can't remember how many it was. I think it was 17. But yeah, 17 blocks is not that much at all, because even if I go down one block, it will still stop. Or even if I go to the right one block, it will still stop. So on a 17 base radius, we'll just do this out here like that, just to show you how the little spawn rate of it would be. And it really is not that much. It is really not that much. So you can see it working, but obviously you have to be within that little. It would be like a giant diamond shape, but yeah, spawners are not really reliable. You're probably better to build a mob spawner itself. You know, like a big massive box in the sky, which would probably do, to be honest, probably do the exact same thing. But since it's a cave spider we have found, it's a pretty good, reliable source of spider eye, and that is the main reason that we were, using it. But anyways, this was just a quick video to show you that. There's a lot of mobs, huh? So this was obviously a quick video just to show you this build here, which I'm hoping is going to be the key. I have my fingers crossed, and I have your fingers crossed, because, I mean, well, you know. But anyways, that's going to be it from me anyway, and I will most likely be back on again soon with a tutorial on the world that we're actually on just now, because it is going crazy, like crazy. But that is it from me, and I will see you guys in the next video.